Hi, my name is Brad. I'm a traditional media artist with a digital background, and I'd like to show you how to use digital tools such as Photoshop, or in this case, Paint.net, because it's free. How to enhance your traditional paintings, drawings, or whatever media you prefer to work with. I'm putting this together because I know a lot of traditional media artists don't have a digital background, and I'm lucky enough to have started out in web design before I actually took up, painting and drawing and whatnot. So I thought I'd share some of my knowledge. So today I'm going to use it to show you two techniques really briefly. The first one is I'm working on a lino cut print of my old cat Otaru here, and this is a black and white picture I took back in the day. And in order to do this lino cut print, I'm going to need to simplify the values, or rather, I should say, the darks and the lights of the photo, so that I can make it look dimensional when I carve the linoleum and then print it up. Second thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to reduce the colors in a photograph to give you sort of a faux pop art look. I think maybe Warhol did this back in the day, but anyway, I'll show you just a quick way how to do that as well, because I see more and more of it these days on the internet. So to begin, I'm starting off with a photograph that's technically not black and white. You can see there's a little bit of like bluish right here, and in order to see just something in terms of value, I need to reduce it to complete grayscale. So in Paint.net, in order to do that, you have to go under the adjustments menu to black and white. And Photoshop's going to have much of the similar menus. I think it's under the edit menu, I believe, or image. No, it might be under the image menu. There should be adjustments, black and white, something like that. It Overall, it's very similar, and if you just like scroll through the menus, it's not that difficult to find. Okay, so now that bluish section up here is completely gone. The image is just in black and white, and but as you can see, there's so many different subtle gradations of gray and whatnot. It's going to be kind of difficult to tell where I should carve, and I can wing it, but I can go to the Posterize filter, which it doesn't look like much right now, but if I drag these sliders down, you'll start to see a very marked difference right about here. And so now you can see very clear delineations of value, very clear steps. So it's basically reducing the colors at a certain image threshold. And once you start getting to like the tens and whatnot, then it becomes really obvious how useful this can be. Like I'm going to go probably about 6, 5, 7, something like that, 6. So I can see right now exactly where my highlights are. They're right along the side of his face, but it's also in the background right here. So if I want to get the depth properly, I'm going to need to carve these sections out the most. But also on top of his head a little bit, and they're the same, they're probably close to the same brightness. But if I look carefully, this brightness here and this brightness here is not the same brightness here. And doing this posterize gives me that information, and that's exactly what I wanted to do with this particular exercise. So fantastic! That's going to be really useful for me, and I'll probably print it out and use it for reference later while I'm looking at the actual picture. All right. So the second thing I was going to demonstrate. Okay, here we have a picture I found on Wikipedia. Here, it's an interesting cat. All right, so I'm going to go back under the adjustments menu. There's a bunch of things I can play with. Like you can play with the curves, which I don't remember what that means exactly. I think I'm messing with the luminosity. You can see it has all sorts of interesting options you can play with, and you can get all sorts of interesting results. It's difficult for me to explain if you don't have like a background in photography, but you can kind of feel your way through it. I mean, I taught myself this stuff in Photoshop 2.5 Student Edition, so I mean it's something that with enough practice and experimentation, like looking at other YouTube videos, you can probably figure it out. But let's see here. Another fun thing to do is you can adjust the saturation to make it to turn it grayscale or make it more intense. Wow, that's really intense. But yeah, it's kind of fun to play around with. You can get all sorts of interesting. Oh, that's a little bit creepy. Perfect. You can get all sorts of interesting colors here. But the thing I wanted to show you is if you do two things, you can get something that looks kind of pop art. And for this, I'm going to go under the menu here, and there's something. Basically, I'm going to blur the image a little bit first, and then I'm going to do that posterize again. And the reason I'm doing the blur, or in this case unfocus, but it's roughly the same thing. It's kind of like a softer blur, I think, is it's going to make the posterize a little bit more loose. So I'm just going to blur it just a little bit. And these are live previews, so you can kind of tell how much to do it. So you can see it's, I got kind of a potato computer here, so it takes a while, but yeah, so I'm going to go down to about 7 or 6 here. Perfect. Yeah, that's fine. So you can see the whiskers are a little bit softer and the edges just are a little bit softer. And now I'm going to go under the posterize filter. And now we're going to get some more interesting results, I think. So now you can see, once you go right about here, now right about here, you can start to see it has sort of like a pop art look. And of course the colors are kind of weird because of what I did earlier. But you can use this data to reference this pop art style and go ahead and mix these colors and paint them out and get something kind of similar. And I've seen this sort of thing get kind of popular these days. And yeah, so I hope this information was useful to you. And yeah, I'm thinking about doing some more of these videos because I've been in computer science for probably about 2 decades, and I've only been in art for about 1, so I figure I might as well try to help some people out. Anyway, take care and good luck. If you have any questions about this sort of thing, I'll be happy to answer it below.